more about how your team is chemistry is working and how the team is playing together. As we are starting into this sub-base hardpoint, we got Sasky on the good side, already getting a little bit of hill time, and Toronto on the bad side trying to rotate for P2.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Toronto's got a stranglehold here on P1. They're already set up, looking to get that flip here on Sasky here as they're going to start getting through that maze side over towards P2 already.
Yeah, no, doing a great job so far. If you are the side of Toronto to just get at least a good amount of hill time on P1 and then sort of break in. And you see the already in the setup for P2. Sparky hopping up at the window, does get gunned down by 2Dapper, but Zoo is there to also get a kill for his team. Sassy's gonna get the remaining of the scrap time unless Snoop can do something about it. But so far so good for both teams as Toronto are trying to get control of P2.
Yeah, absolutely. Sasky did a good job there, able to tie it up there on that P1, getting a little bit of a lead there as they don't have rotation towards P2. But we see some big kills coming down from Sparky there towards P1. But Ateva went absolutely massive there in the back for his team as we see Sasky trying to regain. They get a little bit of a split spawn back there, spawning back towards green fence as well as spawning towards garage. So let's see if Toronto can read that hero spawn.
Yeah, and just like you said, I mean, spawns on sub-base are pretty, let's say, predictable, where they're going to spawn one side or the other, but there are these instances where you could get these split spawns and it could get mixed in. That happens quite often on a map like sub-base, so as long as you've got both sides, you're looking both sides, you got it covered, you'll be doing a great job at that table with another big two-piece. Does get gunned down, but Snoop is there for the trade. Remaining scrap time will probably go for the side of Toronto. A big kill by Snoop there. And you can see Toronto already has rotations once again for the new hill. Sasky's getting them off the hill, off scrap, but rotations coming in for Toronto, and they're in a good position to watch that river push, but Zoo with a massive kill there.
Yeah, Zoo with a great kill there on that rotation towards Riverside here as we see Sasky trying to break into that dangerous P3 here on sub-base. It looks like Toronto knows they're coming to Riverside here, and Shicey's able to get a great kill there on Snoop, and Zoo's able to pick up a Tabo in the back as well. Sparky's able to come to garage, pick up the lone player on the hill, and we just have 2Dapper here left on top snow here, and Sasky did a great job there. Breaking the hill, able to play it slow, play together as a team, pick up the trades, and now it's Toronto's turn to come around and break this hill.
Yeah, no, a beautiful job by Sasky just getting that break in, but we all know how important P4 is on this map, and you can see Toronto is going to try and at least keep good spawns for that. You can potentially get a full 60 on that P4. It's a very difficult hill to break if you have a good setup, and especially if you're those gold teams. Sparky with a big two-piece and Daddy Roberts with one as well, and it's all up to player number 2. I believe it's Carbos, but Snoop is there, able to get the kill, able to at least get control of that P4, but he's very close to breaking it, and a big kill by Shicey.
Yeah, Sasky with a big kill there on back green fence here, able to spawn Toronto out. As a couple other kills are going to come through here. There's a good fight on hill here with Zoo and Atavo, or Zoo and Snoop, sorry, and Zoo's able to pick that up as we see a couple mixy spawns coming down here as 2Dapper was in the back towards green fence, securing those spawns for Toronto, but he's unfortunately going to fall here. Daddy's able to pick up one in electrical as well. Toronto's just full spawning out here. Sasky has full control of this P4 here. This can be a tough break for Toronto here, but we see him get 2 kills there with Carbos and 2Dapper, able to pick up at least a couple people towards the electrical and river side, as we see Toronto trying to continue to break here with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, no, we've seen Sasky break these hills over and over again. They did that on P2, then P3 with a good job on P3, and then a beautiful job on P4, getting the majority of hill time on it as well. And I want to know, Wolfie, do you know what they're doing exactly, or what they're doing right to be able to break these setups from Toronto?
Yeah, absolutely. Sasky's doing a great job of playing together. You see, every time they're trying to break a new hill, there's at least 2 people playing together there. If they don't win their one-on-ones, they're able there to pick up that trade, and that's absolutely huge here in hardpointing, especially in sub-base where some of these spawns are pretty deep on the map where if you don't win your ones, you're going to be spawning out. You don't have another gunfight for 10 or 15 seconds. So when you're able to break these hills and play together as a team, that's great teamwork there. And speaking of teams, we have a little bit of a team name coming in there from Sasky, but no big deal there. They're able to pick up a couple extra kills, and as I say that, Toronto's able to pick up a good old 3-piece on Sasky, able to secure that garage side, and they should be able to spawn trap them here in the garage and tunnel.
Yeah, no, speaking of winning your ones, Toronto's been doing a great job at winning those. Where that Sasky was able to get into this game and get back into this game and take the lead is through the trades, but when it comes to those one-on-one gunfights, Toronto's doing a great job of winning those. sad to say that Garbos gets one and then 2Dapper with another. The remaining scrap time is going to Toronto, and they're pretty much evened it up going into this next P1.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a huge P5 there from Toronto, able to get those initial kills and start that little bit of a spawn trap on Sasky here. As we start this rotate towards P1, the initial time, it looks like it's going to be going towards Sasky, but Toronto has a good pinch here from the top third side as well as the top comm side here. Is Sasky's really going to be stuck in that tunnel side, and they're able to pick up 2 very important kills here out of that tunnel to break forward, get their teammates out of tunnel, and start that fight towards P1.
Yeah, you can see the shots coming in from Carbos, getting one. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. It's a big 2-piece from him. They are in control of that P1, and time is contested, but he does see him. Can he get the third? Yes, he does. That's a big 3 kills from Carbos, who's now on a 4-kill streak. Does get gunned down, though, and is unable to get the cruise. Toronto are trying to keep control of P2, probably do a better job than they did last time when they had the spawns, and they're just going to give this rest of the time up to Sasky.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sasky didn't even seem like they wanted. They were just trying to play a little bit towards that P2 rotation. But Toronto's here in full force. They have one person near that top side and 2 people near that hill as Zoo's able to pick up the table on that backside. As he's eventually going to fall from the hill, but Sparky's able to make a little bit of dent here in the middle, front of the hill, able to push towards his back and should secure these spawns for their team. And we see Toronto starting to spawn towards that tunnel, so we're going to see that MWIII mid-map here on sub base as Sasky's able to pick up these spawns, which you're going to want to flip these spawns pretty quick here going in towards that P4 or P3, excuse me.
Dapper almost gets the kill on Sparky, but Sparky's there to get the kill, and then Carbos is there for the trade. Sparky trades the kill once again. Can he get the second guy on top of P2? He gets the tags in. He's very weak. Does run out with his life, but the remaining scrap time is going for the side of Sasky, which is going to give them around a 30-point lead going into this next P3. Snoop is there to at least get that player off of scrap time, but Atavo here, he did die last time when he was holding those river spawns. Let's see if he can hold it better this time.
Absolutely. We see Snoop here able to provide some reinforcement, but Zoo absolutely turning on Snoop there. And you see here, we had the same setup from Toronto last time, and Sasky went with the same river break. But we see Atavo able to pick up the first one. He's able to pick up the second. He picks up the second here, but unfortunately going to die to Shiesty there. But a much better job than the last time. He was not able to win his gunfights, but he's able to at least win 2, postpone that push here for P4 or P3. And Blubsy, it's looking like Sasky's not able to. They haven't been able to break here in a while. They really got to go back to that teamwork.
Yeah, no, they're probably just going to set up for P4 here. It's fine if you give Toronto the rest of the scrap time as long as you can get a good setup on P4. They were able to break P4 last time, but if they can get rotations, they could probably get the full 60. And you can see they have the better spawns for it as well. They are spawning maze. The side of Toronto, no one's even near P4, so they're going to have a tough time breaking. They're probably all going to try and break from that P5 to P2 side.
Yeah, absolutely. And Toronto's, all of them are just busting out that P5 here, hoping to get that little bit of a spawn flip. But they're able to pick them up on the cross. Shiesty's able to pick up 2 in that P2 plat side, and he's able to secure a bunch of time for his team here as we have 2 players from Toronto trying to take little sneaky angles. We see 2Dapper and Atavo able to pick up 2 in the back. Shiesty's able to pick 1 on Atavo, and we see Toronto here flooding towards this middle map here. We have Daddy Roberts last on the hill. He's having some reinforcements come through Riverside, but he's unfortunately going to fall due to Atavo in the back. Shiesty's able to pick up a kill. We have a little bit of a MWIII spot here on P4, but Toronto's able to pick up these 2 kills, give themselves a little bit of breathing room. Here's they're finding 1 in the back.
Yeah, Toronto stepping up, and shout out to 2Dapper is 21-10 on a 4 streak. He's playing incredible Call of Duty now. I see this got gunned down by Zoo. Apologies, that was a caster curse right there. But so far, doing a great job of holding those hills that they weren't able to hold on that first set of rotations. And now we are on to that next P5 where Toronto did such a great job last time.
Yeah, absolutely. Toronto had a great P5 last time, but it's not looking like it's going to be that same P5 this time as Carvos is looking to prove me wrong here as he's able to pick up the first here. His teammates are able to pick up the other kills. Snoop and Atavo going big, picking up those other 2 players. And that's everybody dead on the side of Sasky, all coming through that garage side here. And Toronto has read this perfectly. You see all those arrows pointing right at garage. They are ready for this gunfight as Snoop and 2Dapper are able to pick up 1. Sue's able to pick up 1 on the hill. Unfortunately going to fall as Atavo and another teammate here on P5. It's a pretty popular topic here with Sasky doing it the first time and Toronto doing it the second time.
Yeah, but so far Toronto getting the majority of this hill time. It was the only one on the hill right now. None of his teammates are close enough for the support, but you can see Toronto, they're fine with giving it up. They want to look towards P1 and holding P2 as well. They know it might go down to that. Carbos was one, and then a table with another. It's a 2-for-2 trade, and Toronto are on that P1, but he does get gunned down by Daddy Roberts. It's a big kill from the side of Sasky. No one on P1. Snoop with one. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. That's a big kill from him, but he does get gunned down by Sparky.
Yeah, Sparky doing a great job busting here through the front, able to get a couple kills, able to pick up some much needed time here for Sasky. And if they can hold this time, they're going to bring this to a pretty close game going here into P2. But shout out to Daddy Roberts. He was able to put a little bit pressure on Toronto there, going towards top third, able to help his team break out towards bottom comms and get those crucial kills. But we see Carbos here looking to break in. He doesn't want to give up this last 20 seconds. Unfortunately, he's going to fall. But we have Snoop and 2Dapper there able to pick up those kills on that P1 side. And, you know, Toronto, they're set up for P2 here, ready to go. Let's see if we can see another patented Sasky break.
Yeah, no, we've seen Toronto have this P2 setup over and over and over again, and Sasky's been able to break it twice before and probably a third time here. Unless the kills come from the side of Toronto. Shicey's there, but Snoop is there for the trade. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Can he get the second? No, he does get gunned down. And right now, Sasky are going to take the lead on this P2 unless something happens real quick. The kill is there from Matevo. Carbos in a good position to watch the push, but Zoo is there. He gets the pick. Can he get the second? Chicey's there. They're going to hop on the hill. Does get gunned down by 2Dapper. He gets the 2-piece. That's a very important 2-piece for Toronto.
Yeah, absolutely huge, and that's going to be all 4 dead for the side of Sasky, all spawning garage side. You got 5 seconds, you got to run to the hill here, but Atevo says, heck no, brother, you're not getting past P5 here, and that's going to be the W for Toronto Falters. What a great P2 hold there to end the game.
Wow, what a map 1. That was exciting. That was a really good map 1.
Great game from Toronto there, and really shout out the middle of the game for Toronto there. We saw at one point that Sasky...
And we are back. Map 2, Karachi. Toronto takes map 1, 250 to around 232, if I believe. It was a very close matchup. Right now, Toronto's on defense. Sasky is going for that A bomb site. Daddy Roberts with a big first pick, making a 4v3.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a couple weeks ago, we saw about 19 A hits here on Karachi Search and Destroy. So we're starting off just like we did last time, Blepsy, here with this classic A hit here. You know, we saw Daddy Roberts able to pick up that first kill on that pillar. Shicey's able to pick up another on a table here. Able to make this a 4v2 on the side of Sasky. And any offensive round here on Sasky is honestly a big win here. And, you know, Toronto's able to, they have regain of the site here, but they aren't able to find these Sasky players.
Yeah, no, bomb is down, and it's going for the defuse. Carbos is so close to getting it, but no, Zoo guns him down in the nick of time. Now it's all up to 2Dapper and a 2v1. 12 seconds remaining. Sparky's there to get the kill. Great win by Sasky Shotgunners, and that was so close to getting the defuse for the side of Toronto, but they are in a tough position there, and then doing a great job, Sasky there, protecting the bomb once you get the play, getting the offensive round win, and then just trying to break the momentum that Toronto is going to get from winning that map 1.
Yeah, what can I say? Love the play out of Carbos trying to pull the dipsy doodle there. Take that little defuse there with that 2v4. Gotta respect the play, but Sasky doing a good job of just good standard COD, able to check that bomb and get that kill here. As Sasky's able to pick up a big offensive round 1, going for that A hit here. And, you know, Toronto's going to say, if you can do it, we can do it too. And, man, Sasky have read this completely wrong here as they start to make this rotate towards A. We should see a couple fights going down here pretty soon.
Yeah, but Carbos is in a good position to get those rotating players off of B. The bomb is probably going to go down. The nade comes in. Suzu's going to get some info, but the bomb is going to be planted. Toronto with the 4v4. They have to protect the bomb, and 2Dapper with the first blood. That's a big kill for him. Snoopy also in a very good position, gets another kill. 4v2. Can he get the second? 4v1. It is all up to Daddy.
Absolutely, and his gun camo is not the only thing on fire. His hands must be shooting right now. Able to pick up 2 kills there. Top fire and bottom fire here as we're all left up to Daddy here in a 1v4. And if there's anybody that can do it, it's Daddy Roberts, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah. He's in a very tough position with only 15 seconds left. Can't get the kill. That's a perfect round from Toronto. And that's exactly how you want to answer after losing that first offensive round.
Yeah, absolutely. Big round out of the Toronto there. big statement there. When you lose that initial defensive round, you're usually a little down. But you know, Toronto said if you guys can push A, so can we, and they did that, and they proved it exactly. They were able to take that round there, and hopefully, both teams here have a little bit of a regain here for this defensive side here, as we may see a bunch of offensive rounds here as we start heading further into this Karachi search and destroy.
Yeah, so far it's just a 1-1. And it seems like the side of Sasky is going to elect to go into a B site, but they are spread out on like sort of a 1-1-1-1 where they're watching all the lines of sights on the map. You got 3 players from Toronto on A, which means the B site is pretty much open, and then Zoo in a good position to get those rotating players. He missed one, but he gets the tags on both of them, gives the info up, and then Sparky and Chicey are there to clean it up. 4v2, bomb is going down. It's all up to Dapper and Snoop.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dapper had the play there at B to see them cross and plant the bomb, but unfortunately he wasn't able to see him from bottom deli here, as he's not able to pick up any here, as his teammate was able to fall. He couldn't clutch up that 1v4, and that's just a good round from Sasky there. Zoo got some really good timing there on some players to see them on that flank. It was about a second away of not being able to see those players and them getting through and maybe causing a little bit of havoc towards that B side, but great COD timing from the side of Zoo, and Sasky able to take another offensive round here on Karachi.
Those are 2 very clean offensive rounds from both the Toronto and then the Sasky. And Toronto's going to look to answer here. I'd be curious if they're going to go for another A push since it worked so well last time, but no, it seems like they're electing to go for that B bomb site. They're going to push through mid, which you don't see often. They got 3 players pushing through mid. And then a big first blood from Snoop. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. Zoo's there for 1, so it's a 3v2. And they need to collect the bomb if they want to go to either the A or the bomb side, A or B bomb side.
Absolutely, and Daddy Roberts is in a great spot here. He almost just got really bad COD timing, able to get shots down on 1, but 2 Dappers able to pick him up. He's not able to play spoiler there on that B bomb, and it's all left up to Shiesty here in a 1v3. Able to retake this B bomb site, and let me tell you, retaking this B bomb site is not an easy feat, especially if you have a player playing back clock like we do Carbos.
Yeah, and it's a 2v1 here, and then Dapper with the read. Toronto another offensive round. That's 4 offensive round wins for both teams. It's 2-2 now, and Sasky's going to be on the offensive side once again. I'm looking to see how these teams try and fix those defensive setups where they don't get first blooded so quickly and they don't have those open bomb sites where the other team can just get the bomb down and play post plant.
Absolutely. Maybe the game has changed in the last 2.5 days. I haven't played Call of Duty, man, but Karachi is definitely looking like it's turned into an offensive side here. As both teams have been playing a little bit aggressive here, with Sasky playing a little bit of passive last round. So we'll see what they decide to do here, as they look like they're going to go towards this A bomb site here. And it looks like they're just going to go straight in for it, as Carbos looks like to be the lead man on the Toronto side to stop him.
That's exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be able to get that first blood. He does get instantly traded out, but a 3v3 situation for the defensive side is much easier than a 4v4. And right now, the bomb is going to go down in a 3v3 retake for Toronto, and then Snoop there with a big kill, making it a 3v2 with lots of time to work with. Pricey's in a good position here, opens the door, so they're going to hear him. And the bomb is being defused. This is huge. Unable to get the ninja, though. Shicey's right there, and then Snoop able to get the trade. It's a 2v1 now.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tavel's not able to pick up that defuse, but his team is able to pick up those 2 players. And honestly, with the man advantage, I really do like that play from a Tavel there. Worst case is you die, but your teammates pick up the knowledge of where the other team is, and you get those trades. Great round. You know, kind of best case is you just get that defuse and the round's over. But Toronto able to finally pick up a defensive round here with a big start coming out of Carbos there. Bottom Pillar's able to pick up 1 kill and able to pick up some information towards that church side as well.
And Toronto now taking the lead 3-2. They are on the offensive side once again. So we'll see how they're going to respond. But Sasky definitely needs to win this defensive side. This is a must-win round for them. Don't want to make it 4-2. It's a much more difficult lead to close down when it's a 2-round lead where both teams have an offense and a defensive round. So we'll see what they do. They get the first blood. This is big, but Table's right there for the trade. It's a 3v3. Sparky getting in, gets the kill. Can he get away with his life? He does, but 2Dapper with a trade. It's a 2v2 now.
Yeah, these are absolutely great plays from both teams, able to get those trades, and 2Dappers able to make that man advantage. 2v1, Shiesty able to pick up that kill, send it into a 1v1 here as Tavo's not able to get there for that trade. So we're having a double rotate over here towards A. I don't know that either player really expects this player to be rotating towards the side, and Tavo is just going to throw the bomb down and get set up here for this post plant.
And it's a 1v1. He plants the bomb so he can see it from back of P2, and then Shiesty coming from the side that Itavo expects, but a massive kill from Shiesty. The laser beams there. He gets the kill, ties it up 3-3. More than enough time to get the defuse. Huge, huge round from Sasky.
Yeah, absolutely. Big round on that defense side from Sasky, able to tie that up 3-3. He's shaking
It's
his
with
head
a
no. He
no-no.
knows. Uh, he knows just what that round meant there. And like you were saying before that round, going down 2-4 there, Toronto were able to pick that up it's a big demoralizer there, especially on a side that's so defensive heavy when you've lost all your defensive rounds. So tying that up 3-3 really helps going into these next rounds. And, Sasky, we've seen 2 out of their 3 rounds kind of just try to bust out A as quickly as possible. And the other one, they were spread. So looks like we're going to be seeing a little bit more of a standard B hit here with a couple towards middle, a couple towards chicken side.
Yeah, we'll see what team can get the first blood here. Toronto is pretty much close to that chicken coop side all the way up. You see player number 8 is there, and then player number 7, Carbos, also watching the cutout into that A bomb. So they have control of both bomb sites. And here Sasky's just playing very passive, trying to get pick before they hit either side. Toronto getting a little restless and moving on to that B bomb site.
Yeah, absolutely. Sasky's just playing the slow game here, hoping that Toronto overextends to try to get that first blood. And, both teams just playing very passive, not taking any gunfights, just trying to stay out of fire here. And Daddy Roberts able to pick up the first kill towards that church or deli side, and Atavo able to pick up that trade, eventually make it a 3v3. And, both teams know that there are reinforcements here at B, and Toronto is ready to go here. Zoo's able to pick up Atavo towards that top church. Snoop still has not been found out here, so this could be a big position for him. But Zoo's able to get towards that clock side, which could be dangerous here for Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop gets that kill. It's a 2v1, make it a 1v1. Dapper's there for the trade. Toronto is up 4-3. That is 3 defensive round wins now. Teams are getting better on those defensive holds. And a great job here, Dapper, to be able to get that trade on Zoom, making sure to watch over his teammate, and that's exactly what he does. Toronto up 4-3. Sasky now on the defensive side.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great play from Toronto there. Not overextending on that defense, just playing slow, waiting for Sasky to come to them. Although they did get first blooded, they were able to pick up those trades efficiently and able to take that life advantage eventually into the round.
And right here, Toronto is going for the A bomb site. Snoop with the nade lineup throws. Does it connect? I don't believe it does. But still, they are going to go for that A site. And it seems like it's going to be a sort of a quick push into that fire. They get a table with a first blood. That's big. Shiesty's position is revealed. Daddy Roberts with 1, making it a 3v3. The table's there trying to chase the kill on Shiesty, and he does 3v2. Man advantage for Toronto, and bomb is gonna go down on A since there's no one on side.
Yeah, absolutely. And Daddy Roberts and Sparky were both playing towards that B side, so they're able to pick up the floater there and Snoop. But we have to do a 2v2 retake here on the A side, and both these players are so far off the bomb. They don't know where these players are. They could be anywhere according to them. So it's really just about these initial gunfights, seeing if you can get these trades. And Sasky's gonna play split up here. We have a fight going down between Dapper and Daddy Roberts here. And Dapper's able to pick up the first kill on Daddy. Sparky's got guns up, ready to go here on this one close 1v2. He's eventually going to fall, I believe, to Dapper there on that mid wall, and Toronto's able to take that round, able to go up 5-3 here at match point. This crouching search and destroy.
Beautiful round there from the side of Toronto, and then making sure when they saw that both players were coming from that bottom yellow side to be able to group up into P2 and make sure to get the trade on the last person after getting that kill is exactly what they did. It was a 2v1. They made sure to have each other's backs, and then they got that kill, guaranteed the round. And right here, Toronto is on the defensive round where we've seen them step up the last couple of defensive rounds that they had. So they're looking to close it out here. Sasky's looking to take it to around 11.
Absolutely. And Sassy's going to go back to exactly what they did round one. Seeing if it works for them here is Toronto's only going to have one person there with a Tavo, but he's able to pick up one kill. Carbos able to come in through top bedroom. They're able to take up another kill. It's going to give the life advantage to Toronto, going up 4-2 here. Match point for them. And all these players are B, just stacking together. They shouldn't go. One person untraded, and Zoo eventually falls, leaving Sparky in a 1v4 to save his team to make it to a round 10.
Yeah, no, it's all up to Sparky here. He gets the first, but he instantly gets naded. That is it. Toronto take map 2, 6-3 in quite convincing fashion towards the second half of this search and destroy. I mean, they were everywhere on those offensive rounds, defensive rounds. They did exactly what they needed to do in order to clean up those initial defensive rounds that they had.
Here against Toronto Falters, Sasky Shotgunners here on this invasion control. We see a big two-piece coming out of Snoop there right away, right into the action there with that two-piece on that offensive side. And we see Toronto here already on the A point, looking to make this a pretty quick round already, Bluffsy.
Yeah, and we've seen teams get that A point quickly, but the defensive hold can be pretty tough to break, and we've been victims of that before playing on Invasion, where we take that A point quickly, but we are unable to break that B point. So it's not over for Sasky, but that is a perfect start if you're the side of Toronto, and they're already hopping on the point. Sparky in a good position, gets one. Can he get the second? That was a stun. Stuns himself, though. Can he get the kill? No, he can't. A table there with a big kill. 26-21 is life count, but Daddy Roberts on the flank. He sees one. He gets the kill. Can he get the second? He doesn't see him. Gets caught timing. Unfortunately, Carbos is there. Gets the kill, and right now, Toronto in a good position getting those picks. 24-19 is the life count.
Yeah, and Toronto's able to get those kills towards that B side, able to take a little bit of B control here as everyone on Sasky's a little bit off spawn, and their furthest player just died there mid-courtyard as he was able to pick up a big nade there. Shicey's able to pick up a kill from DVD Alley as Dapper's able to get a trade here, but Sasky do a good job of pushing him off B just a little bit here as the spawners from Toronto come in and able to help him reinforce a little bit here as Sasky's doing a pretty good job of holding off as they're all seem to be falling from Snoop on the tank there, and Sparky's falling there on the flank there, and Toronto's gonna able to push up here into B again and hop on point and stop the clock.
Yeah, it's all up to Zoo here. He has to wait for his team to group up. A kill from Dapper, that's a big kill for him, but Sparky and Shiesty with one of their own. Shiesty with a two-piece, both headshots too. Those are very important kills. They know there's a player somewhere top broken. Snoop is there. He gets gunned down by Sparky, and right now Sasky is in control of the B side, but Tavo is right there to get the kill. Shiesty's there for a trade, and then Daddy Roberts with one of his own. 12-9 is the life count, much closer than it was before. And 4 ticks in for the side of Toronto with a minute left to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. And 4 ticks here on Invasion Control was pretty good, but, you know, Toronto's going to want all 6 as Tavo's able to pick up 1 towards Broken, but Zoo and Sparky able to even out that life count a little bit. Zoo's able to pick up a Tavo again on the B control, able to push forward, hop on point, get that tick down as Sparky's pushed up into time. But Toronto's able to break out just a little bit here, but we have a setup coming in from Sasky here on this defense, able to put these players a little bit in the Palace blender here on Invasion.
Yeah, so basically what is going on right here, and this is exactly what I was saying. When you take that A point so quickly, sometimes it's so difficult to break onto that B point if you have a good setup. And Daddy Roberts with 1, he does get gunned down, so Toronto have a chance, but Shiesty is right there and closes him down. He's pushing up. Dapper's there to get the kill. It's a 3v3, 20 seconds left. Toronto have to do something quick, or at least hop on the time and pause the clock, but the setup from Sasky is so good. Daddy Roberts is there with the kill, and right now stopping the clock, gets gunned down, all up to Dapper. He gets 1, doesn't get away with his life. Sasky win that round.
Yeah, great round from Sasky there to recover after that initial A loss.
Oh, yeah.
Only going to give up 1 tick on B there. That's a pretty good job well done, especially for the fact that they were broken a couple times there, had totally lost B control, and were able to retake that site pretty easily there. And so 4 ticks from the side of Toronto. You're a little upset that you didn't get that round win, but you did take 4 ticks going into Invasion, and so that it is a pretty big accomplishment here. And I think we're going to see Sasky try to one-up Toronto here and get right onto that A side again.
Yeah, and the nades are gonna come in. The trophy's down. Chicey's reading it. He's just gonna run into point. Zoo with one. Snoop is there to get the kill. Dapper with one as well. Snoop there, and that's a 4 for the side of Toronto. Perfect start for them on that 8 push initially, and then the players spawning court. Chicey's there with a kill. Dapper's on the flank, and right now Sasky is just trying to get control of that B side.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great 4 from the side of Toronto. They're not able to, or not letting Sasky get anything there. Hatavo able to play a little bit of dancing there with Zoo on the B point, and everyone on Sasky back to those palace spawns. Welcome to the Blender, boys.
Yeah, they are spawning all the way onto the ice cream side. You have one player up A Street, but the rest are ice cream, and then a table with one. He knows there's a player on tank. Snoop is there to help. A side is clear now, and all of the Sasky players are going to be spawning onto that B bomb side. I mean B control site. They will be pushing that ice cream side, but you can see that despite going between player 8 and 4 onto that A street, they might be going through court and maybe electing to go onto that A control site since they're unable to push that B site. You see a couple of players from Sasky going into that spawn, and now they're just hopping on that B control, trying to get those picks in.
Yeah, and Carbos and Dapper doing a great job here pulling off that B site. Sparky able to pick up one, looking for Dapper treehouses. Dapper's just able to get out of dodge, keep his life there as his teammates are able to provide some backup here. And Sasky only got 9 seconds on the clock here, so any wipes are going to be pretty detrimental to your round here. As Table's able to pick up one, Shicey and Sparky able to pick up 2 on their side. Dapper not able to pick up. That's 3 dead from the side of Toronto. Snoop's the last one alive towards that palace side. So Sasky should be stacking on this point and should be a B capture here as Toronto's going to be setting up for that A site defense now.
And the most important thing to pay attention to here is the life count difference. It's 19 to 12. That's a big advantage for the side of Toronto, and the kills are still coming in for the side of Toronto. A table with one does get traded out by Daddy Roberts. And so it's all up to the players here from the side of Toronto to watch that rotation off of B, but the players from Sasky, it's only 18 to 9. That's 2 to 1 life count advantage. Table with another, and just a great job so far by Toronto holding after giving up that B side.
Yeah, 2 + 2 = 4. Great maths, Blupsy, there on that 18 to 9 life count there. We're seeing some good plays here from the side of Toronto, able just to play defense pretty well, able to get map presence pushed up there. But we do see Zoo able to pick up a kill on A side, able to pause that clock here. Unfortunately, he's going to drop to 2 Dapper there on that glass side. As Toronto's just going to regain their defensive hold here. Sasky's only got 3 lives left. Make that 2 lives here with 14 seconds left. It's not looking very good. They are going to come away this round with 3 ticks. To Toronto's 4, and you know, after Toronto getting 4 on that first round, it puts a lot of pressure on your offensive rounds to pick up those other ticks that you need to even out towards that round 5. And Invasion very defensive sided, and so you really want to make sure you secure that defense for round 5, and you do that by getting the most ticks here. And you know, if it doesn't come down to ticks, if the ticks are tied, we see that Toronto took a huge life advantage going to that round, so the kills are going to be on their side as well.
Yeah, no, Toronto doing a great job on that defensive side, and I'm curious to see if they're going to go for a full A push or maybe a 2-2 split. And it seems like they are going to go for the A push once again. The nades are in. Can they get the double nade once again? No, the trophy's there to intercept, and then Shicey with 2 big kills, Sparky with a 3rd. Just like that, they stop the push from the side of Toronto. It's all up to Snoop in their rugs area, just playing back laundry, making sure he can get 1 pick. But Zoo reads it, and a massive kill by him. Right now, if you're Toronto, you just want to go onto that B control site, get those 6 down, guaranteed 3, have an extra minute to work with, and then go from there.
Yeah, Toronto needs to fly here. They really need to get this B site before Sasky's able to rotate over and kind of cause some havoc that they did last time. But Atavo and Snoop able to pick up 2 huge kills there on the rotation, able to relieve some pressure for their teammates, able to hop on B. As we see a small push coming in here from Sasky. It doesn't really look like they're willing to invest a lot of lives, but they don't need to when Zoo and Daddy are picking up kills like that. Sparky able to pick up the 3rd. Everybody here on Toronto doing their job, but we do see Snoop able to sneak over to this A side here on the bottom of the map, going to pull a couple players away. So if Toronto can pick up a couple kills on this B site here, they're able to have free reign over towards that. And unfortunately, Shicey's going to pick up Snoop there on the A site, but you know, they put all the pressure there for Sasky to rotate over to the A site. They should have a free B capture now, as Sasky's going to try to rotate over, but unfortunately probably gonna chalk up the A's.
Yeah, no, they're too little, too late for that B site, but they still did a great job of holding off that A site, and lives are pretty even. Sasky is up by 1. Daddy Roberts with the flank. He does get gunned down, but the B site is down for Toronto. They have 7 ticks, I believe, total now, looking to close it out onto the A site. If they can finish it off on this offense, that'd be huge, but at the same time, they're just looking to get as many ticks as they can to guarantee defense for that round 5.
Yeah, absolutely. Any ticks here that they can get on A are huge. We see it. Tavo able to pick up 1 kill on that rotate, able to pick up another kill towards mid, and Tavo's just doing a good job of keeping Sasky out, making sure they don't get fully set up on A, but Daddy and Zoo able to pick up a couple extra kills there to relieve the pressure that they had there on the A site.
Yeah, no, Tavo going huge right now. I don't believe that the scoreline that we have on the top, the scoreboard, is correct. I think he's 25 and 12 currently, doing a great job for Toronto, just getting those kills. It's 12 to 12 on life count, and the Toronto still has a minute to work with, so they're in a good position. But the defensive hold from Sasky has been solid so far on this A point. They aren't pushed up; they're all the way back laundry and rugs and stuff. So Toronto does have a bit of that map control.
Yeah, Toronto's done a good job of able to pick up some of those kills mid map and keep Sasky really out of the A control point, able to pick up, and that is 4 down from the side of Sasky. Hop on the point board, boys. Let's get it done here. Toronto able to huge 4 right there. Snoop able to play rugs, cut him off a little bit here, and Carbos and the rest of the team, they're just gonna hop on point, and that's how it works on invasion control. If you go 4 down on that A site, say goodbye. You are definitely not getting it back with those blue spawns. And what a great play from Toronto there. And shout out to Snoop for able there to pick up a couple people on rugs, really slow that push down from the Sasky side.
Yeah, no, a great job by Toronto. As soon as they got that 4 wipe, they stacked the point. Word to Jims, and a great job by them securing the offensive round. They are guaranteed defense as well for that next round 5 if it reaches that. But based on how we saw them on that last defensive round, they seem to be impenetrable when it comes to getting those, losing those defensive rounds. We'll see if they can do exactly what they did on that first defensive round that they had. The trades are in. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Make it 2-for-1. A table's there. Gets the kills. 28 to 28 is a live count. And Sasky's push on A has been delayed at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love this play from Sasky here. Throw 1 person on B, get a little bit of distraction towards A, but unfortunately they weren't able to make anything of it. They weren't able to win their ones, but they did get 2 kind of free ticks on B without having to do much in the way of the life count there. Able to put a little bit of pressure towards A there as we see, I believe that's Carbos able to go pretty big here on the B point, able to pick up 2 kills on this B point, able to clear off these Sasky players and get a little bit of map control here as well.
Yeah, and right now Toronto is a very good defensive setup. Tavo's on fire. He's 33 and 14 laser beams right now from him, and the team just seems to be in very good cohesion. They're just watching everything in the right places at the right time. Their setups seem to be very well done, always there for the trades, but also winning the ones. And then Carbos with 2, can he get the third? No, Shiesty's there, but they delayed the push on B so much. There's only 35 seconds left to work with, and it's the table there to clean it up. He gets 1. He's an ice cream right now, and they had to take care of him before they can push.
Atavo was on a 10 streak there. Absolutely massive from Atavo there on this defensive side. But it does look like Sasky's able to break in just a little bit. And Snoop able to come through dark, sneak, get those 2 huge kills on B, able to stop the clock. We see a cruise coming in from Atavo here, hoping to get a couple people off B, but Tavo's throw cruises down just like I do right into the top of that building. And unfortunately for Sasky, they had just a little bit of a tick left, so just hop on the point here, get that capture and start rotating over towards A. But that life count is slowly dwindling, and we see 2Dapper here. Can he go huge here on the point? He's able to pick up 1, playing a little bit of dance here with the Renetti, and Carbos is able there to back him up there, and that's going to be the game for Toronto. What a great invasion control. Great defenses there from the side of Toronto.
And Toronto, I mean, from what we've seen throughout the series, it seems like they just started off slow on that sub base because they were in control of this invasion. They were in control of that Karachi S&D as well.